reading, our essential question for today is going to be, how does Abbott use Flatland and geometry to help illustrate his views on Victorian England and Plato's allegory of the cave? What are we about to do?
About to discuss
What?
our reading and its parallels in Flatland.
Good. Discuss your specific article. You're going to take turns. I want someone to talk about Edwin Abbott and his background. I want someone to talk about Victorian England, and I want someone to talk about allegory of the cave. Yeah, you got how the author felt about that. If you are done, start thinking about how your answer is related to Flatland. See if you can find specific pieces in Flatland to help support your answers.
Flatland is allegory and of Victorian England. It's like maybe French society.
I want you, as a group, to answer my questions. Y'all see my posters? I got 6 of them around the room.
Oh, hello.
Okay? We'll call them posters. They're like pissy notes. You don't have to write down questions, because what you're going to do is you're going to get up. We're going to move around today. You're going to go to a question as a group, and you're going to answer them on sticky notes. Okay, now, do you think these questions just have one answer?
Yes.
No. No. So you as a group can answer multiple times, or when we switch, because you're each going to have a chance at each poster, when we switch, I want you to try and put down your answers. If it's the same one, that's fine, but try and shoot for a new answer, a new idea. Wrong, then to not answer anything at all.
Because in allegory of the cave, people are prisoners. And then
Alright, while you're finishing up, I want you to look up here. When you move, you're going to be back where you started, right?
Okay.
I want you to look at the answers on all these sticky notes. And I want you to put them into 3 categories. And I agree, I disagree, and I don't know how I feel about this. Alright, I want you to think about why you're moving these categories, or into these categories, and be able to explain to me or your group. See if you agree with what the people did the first time.
And if we don't, we move them?
Yeah, that you don't agree, move it. Then think about why you're moving it.
Sure. What?
I'm not going to move you.
First time we finished early.
I disagree.
No, disagree.
You gotta rethink it.
We're going to stay in this spot. As a group, you are going to present how you feel about the answers on these posters. First, I would like for you to describe what the answers say. So you don't have to read every single one, but I want you to explain to me why you agree, why you disagree, or why you're unsure.
What parallels have you found with Flatland and Plato's allegory of the cave?
So what, as a consensus, what are some things you agree with?
Okay, so, well, there's like 5 sticky notes that's like,
they're all the
there's
same
more
thing.
that needs to be discovered.
Okay.
And it was like, there's a moral. I was like, what's the moral? Like, you need to write it down. Like, you don't need to just write something and move on. You need to actually think about the question.
Okay, so what's the morals?
Like,
don't be a jerk, be open-minded.
Okay.
yeah.
So what are things that you agree with? What's the big consensus on these answers?
The big. Yeah.
Okay, so women and men are thought differently and equally. How does that relate to Flatland? Or, I mean, Victorian England?
Women had lower.
Y'all.
The women were only taught to draw and they could learn music, and the men were doing all the other stuff.
Good. Alright. Anything else on there?
Yeah, most of it is just about how
That's all the cards.
men have
It's just
more
reading.
rights than
They have more rights than women. Alright, y'all think back to what that picture looked like. What kind of shapes were the servants, like the household servants? Triangles. Alright, were they equilateral triangles? No, what kind of triangles were they? Isosceles. Think really, really hard back to that picture. What happened job status-wise when their vertex angles got smaller?
The job's got less important.
The job's got less important. I think the page, square's page, is probably the smallest triangle, or maybe the, I don't quite know what that says. But then the butler has a bigger triangle, right? Have y'all ever watched like Downton Abbey or anything like that? Who's the most important person in the house servant wise?
The butler.
The butler. Alright. And what do y'all notice the policemen look like on the outside of the house?
Pointy.
They're really pointy. Their vertex angles are really small. So how do Flatland view policemen?
That's pointy.
Violent.
Pointy people violent
They can
because
stab you.
they have to be able to stab people. That's strong. They have to be able to fight people, right? Fight off bad people. See, okay? Alright, anything y'all are unsure of?
That's the truth. That's how people would act in real life. They are skeptical.
Okay.
Which I guess they're trying to say that everyone's skeptical.
So, if we're skeptical, I can't even say that right now. Skeptical, do we belong to be put in jail?
No.
No. But in Victorian England, what happened? Are we allowed to talk about what you wanted? No. If you went against the rules and what the social status of like what everyone believed, what did the circle say square was when you started talking about 3D?
So,
There's one word that starts with B and one that starts with H. They kind of mean the same thing. Because that was blasphemous or heresy. They thought it was crazy. So they stuck him in jail so that the consensus of people would be happy, right? Good, I like that a lot. All right. So first, what's a pseudonym?
A false name.
It's like a nickname, a false name, an undercover name. All right. So what are some things y'all agree with?
That in case people criticize them, they won't know who wrote it.
Okay. All right. Because think about what we said over here. What happened when you talk about controversial issues? What happened to Square at the end of Flatland? He got put in jail. So he very easily might have been scared to speak his mind. I like that a lot. Did y'all hear what she said? Impossible to conceptualize, but possible to ascend to a different plane of dimension. Alright, I think what they meant by that was it's impossible to see, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. We may not ever get there, but should we try to get there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they, the educational level set perfect standards, perfect's in quotation marks. What do you think we meant by that?
Like nothing
Okay, so maybe quotation marks was being sarcastic. Alright, nothing's perfect. Alright, what else?
And then like the higher you are, the more you're respected, or like.
Okay, the higher, the more respected. I like that a lot. Okay, go back to your seats. Next station. How did Abbott use Flatland and geometry to illustrate his views on Victorian England? What do you think he thought about Victorian England? Do you think he agreed with it? Do you think he was kind of like hating on it?
I think he was throwing a little bit of shade there.
Maybe he was throwing a little bit of shade. Why do you say that?
Because, like, it's calling out the ignorance of people.
Okay. Why do you think he used geometry?
Because he knows all about math.
Yeah, what were the three topics that Abbott was really interested in?
The mathematics, theology, and like classics.
Yeah, mathematics
Not bad.
is geometry and math. Is geometry and math class?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I hope so. What's theology?
Like the study of religion, kind of.
Okay, and what is classics? What did I tell you there?
Greek and Latin literature, philosophy, history.
So we've got geometry. Theology, I didn't quite want to touch too much on that. What kind of things? Any of these touch a little bit on theology? There's one that has a borderline kind of deep down. Yeah. All right. Can we reach a different dimension? Can we get higher? All right. Is there something that we maybe believe in that we don't see?
According to Snoop Dogg.
Classics. Which one of these is about the classics? What's an ancient Greek story?
That one.
The Plato's allegory of the cave. Good. How did Plato's allegory of the cave parallel the Flatland?
Mostly towards the end, especially the last 3 chapters, where it's like him being like showed the light and the way that things could be, and then going back and people being like that. No, that's good. No, that's not too crazy.
There's also one other thing. Have y'all ever played with like shadow puppets or anything?
A little bit.
So these people, did y'all kind of understand what happened there? So these people are sitting in a cave, they can't really go anywhere. All they see are these shadows on the wall from the light behind them, right?
Yeah.
A, do they know where the light comes from?
No.
Do Flatlanders know where the light comes
They
from?
do not.
B, what kind of dimensions are shadows?
Second.
Second dimension, what kind of dimensions are Flatlanders?
Second.
Second dimension. So that I think is really cool, all right? But then if someone goes out, they see the real world, what kind of experience, did it talk about the kind of experiences they felt when they went out to the real world?
No.
Well, they have very bad reaction. They get really scared, they get really nauseous, they start freaking out. Then they kind of start taking it in. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
How did Square feel when Spurious brought him out into Spaceland?
Scared.
He was scared. What did the movie say he felt like? What was he about to do?
Throw up.
Throw up, right? Because he could see everyone's inside.
I'm always like throw up.
Then this person comes back and tries to relate everything he saw. How did the people treat him?
Like that was dumb and stupid and he's
They thought he was psychotic. They thought he was crazy and he was making all this up. How did Flatlanders treat Square when he came back and started talking about the third dimension?
He lost his marbles.
Yeah. So I think, what do you think?
Lost his circles, marbles don't exist in their dimension.
What do you think Abbott was trying to say towards the end here? Y'all touched on it a lot.
What do you mean?
Be
What
open-minded,
was it?
don't be a jerk.
What kind of idea, what kind of theme, what kind of moral of the story was Abbott trying to say with this?
Never go.
Don't be a jerk, be
Down.
open-minded.
Don't be a jerk, be open-minded. When people come to you with new ideas, how should you treat them?
Not shooting them
You
down
shouldn't like
wise.
put them down.
Right, don't make them feel bad. If they're wrong, what can you do?
Show them the right way.
Maybe show them how to do it right. If you think they're wrong, could you be wrong?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's definitely good to be open-minded. Why do you think Abbott wrote Flatland?
To have an open mind about everything.
Satire.
Okay, what is satire? What's good about satires?
It's
What are they used for?
social commentary.
I guess, do you think Abbott was happy with the way society was?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because he wrote a book about how messed up it was.
Good, so that's what I think satires are good for. It's good for showing people what's happening and showing them why it's wrong. Okay? Did he kind of give us any ideas that we could use for our future? Because society has changed a lot. I think Abbott would be a lot more happy with our society these days. Anything that we can take from this book?
Yeah.
Don't
What?
be a jerk, be open-minded.
Okay, don't be a jerk, be open-minded.
That keeps repeating.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Anything else?
Never doubt.
Okay, don't doubt other people, give them a chance. Okay. One thing that I learned a lot when I took my philosophy classes was Socrates had the idea that you should always strive to be better, strive to be a perfect being. Can you be a perfect being?
No.
But you
No.
can always try.
But you can try, and I promise you'll get there, you'll get closer to being perfect as if you weren't trying before. So that's what I like for my multi-dimensional idea. Alright, do you think we'll ever get to the fourth dimension?
Probably not.
Probably not in our time period, not in our lifetime. But should we stop trying?
No.
Never stop.
Okay. Did y'all learn anything in geometry?
Yes. That
Hinged theorem.
scaling triangles are not perfect.
I like that a lot. Why are scaling triangles not
If
perfect?
they got killed, they got surgery.
Oh, dang.
The bigger,
They had to somehow force themselves to be perfect, right? Otherwise they die.
the more angles something has, the bigger the angles tend to be.
Good, the more sides,
Oh, sides.
right?
Okay.
That's what you're going for.
Yeah.
The more sides a figure has, we haven't learned that yet. Y'all will learn it in about a month. The more sides you have, what happens to the angles?
They get larger.
They get larger. And what does Flatland think about them?
The larger the
They
angle,
get
the smaller
better
you work.
by
Or the more.
Good. How did they define circles?
Endless amount of angles.
Yeah. Do y'all know the definition of a polygon? Many sides, and it's a closed figure that has sides that extend outwards.
Oh.
Alright, so is a circle a polygon?
No.
No, but were they polygons at Flatland?
Yes.
Yes. Alright, and that's actually how they derived pi. They looked at the sides of polygons and did stuff with it up above your heads a little
Did
bit.
stuff.
And then eventually they took the limit of it and it became a circle, because how many sides do circles really have?
Infinite.
An infinite. Okay? Good. Okay. How do we like today?
That was great.
Good? Cool.